My bones are melting. I can feel them. So I just want to breathe. And I can share with you. Okay. So thank you for sitting in the circle and giving up your time to hear me now when I'm going to speak what is going to be said. Yeah, my name is Aiden, I come from Zimbabwe, I'm a YIP participant. So, today I'm going to talk about my personal initiative and my personal journey of being here at YIP in Europe at this rightful moment after all these months. And the thing which came to my mind, which I wanted to share with you, is a compass I've been holding and carrying with me since before I came here. Here we know like YIP has evolved and changed the curriculum, blah blah. Things I was not expecting, I didn't find them here, but I was still having one thing I was holding on to, which kind of directed me in my way of being. And yeah, it made me survive to be here. This thing, YIP application. So I just want to jump to a few questions, and I'm going to unlock my little privacy door and share this with you. Strengths and weaknesses. That's, alright. I discovered my strength when I started to understand about doing things from the sweet spot. From the sweet spot. The sweet spot is, for me, where my passion, my gift, and my purpose meets. That's my sweet spot. So, doing things that respond to my talents, things I'm passionate about, instead of my own desired purpose. So I feel so horrible reading this after I wrote it for years. I mean, a year ago. I'm a people's person. I'm living where many different people come and go. Socializing has become become my common strength. I'm very much interested in getting to know and understand people, befriending everybody, and trying to make everyone around me to feel comfortable. I love to engage in conversations. This makes hosting others very important in my life. I have become and still becoming a host. I've participated in art of hosting conversation and been part of the hosting team. I am still reflecting on myself to see my weaknesses, and which turned out to be one of the core points of my journey of PhD. The challenge I have is to speak out. I see things and get held inside sometimes, most of the times. But to let that out and be honest with myself is really difficult, because I feel like letting the inside feeling out does cause a lot of chaos. The thoughts that keep me from that sometimes are: who is listening to me? How is somebody taking me? What will happen if I speak out? And isn't it going to affect someone? After all this, I end up being quiet. This affects me a lot. The other weakness is about choosing responsibilities wisely. I realize sometimes I end up doing things not because of what I want, but because of the influence behind. I mean doing things because other people will be disappointed in me, trying to please everybody, forgetting myself, yet I end up disappointing everyone, including myself. I'm willing to learn to say no in a good way and take responsibility. I can commit myself to fulfill them. I would like to try to find a way, a practice to initiate the things I'd like to do, really doing it practically. Yeah. So this is what I wanted to share with you. and I didn't forget it in me, or it is something which has been living with me since I came here, and it made my YIP experience part of it to be hell for me. It has been really difficult. I remember during the beginning of the year to really speak out and speak up in the group was very challenging. Even to speak my own thoughts or my feelings, it was such a huge burden. And sometimes I realize after Kalan came and say, this is a feedback for you, that when I speak things, I said, I don't know, or yeah, I don't think I know. Like starting with that statement, even the thing I'm saying is going to have a lot of value in me. Yeah, it has been a struggle, and I'm not saying it is done, it is finished, but it's something which is still in me anyway. I'm working on it. So yeah, after we did a portrait painting with Rachel, it was really beautiful. That was my first time to hold a brush in my hand to paint a picture in my life. And the outcome, yeah, it is fine. I'm pleased with it. But that's not how it has been. Okay, so skipping this little part to go to another pattern which inspired me to end up painting this picture. I'm not a perfectionist, but I want my things to be perfect, but I just can't. When I make ideas or my thoughts, or I have this huge, vivid imagination which is so crazy and so intense in me, and I always wish and dream for it to become a reality. But yeah, and when I take on initiatives or responsibility to do them, I don't fulfill them. And I really get hurt. I don't accept that what I've done is okay, or what I've done is fine with me, or this is how it is supposed to be. Sometimes I feel like I dream to be somebody I'm not, to be something I'm not at all. And I don't want to lose myself in that. So yeah, personal initiative was introduced. I was so excited. And I was also carrying this strand of I'm in Europe, I have to learn something new, I can go back home with, and yeah. I struggled to find my personal initiative. I had no idea what I was going to do. Because any of the ideas which were lying in front of my table, they didn't satisfy me, even though I didn't try. So I was talking to a friend, one of my external mentors, Zend, and yeah, he told me, just do anything you just, yeah, anything which can make you feel that you are you in doing it. And I was like, okay. I didn't have time to reflect my process at YIP since I came here. I didn't have time even to write reflections or to write in my notebooks. If you take all of my notebooks, they are full of drawings and doodlings, which are completely meaningless. So I said, okay, I want to take painting as part of the process of reflecting my process of being here at YIP, getting deep inside myself, and go and meet my weaknesses. I didn't want to run away from them. I wanted to meet both of these elements at the same place. So this has become a playground where I can meet myself, getting challenged with the imperfections and things I want to do right. And yeah, I wanted to build a picture. I was reading the book all in the evening, and I was reading about this goddess. It really inspired me. Her description was just amazing. I was like, I want to paint that. But then I was like, no, I don't want to paint that at all. I just want to paint, and I have no idea what I'm going to paint. And it is fine, it's going to be okay. I put my mind to buy the canvas, even though it is really big, but I just say, I want this to be mine, to be part of me, not to be gifted by somebody else, so that I can say, yeah, the canvas came from who, and the paints came from who, so I bought my own paints, and I bought my own brushes, and I felt connected to it. So, just to let you know, the picture here is not the outcome, and this was not my personal initiative. My personal initiative was the process I was going through during painting this picture you see here. I have no idea if it is finished or if it is not. I don't want to go into that process of, yeah, I just want to be comfortable with what I see and be satisfied and accept that. So while I was painting, what started to come in me were the questions of challenging myself. Why do I really hold back so much? Why don't I really speak out my feelings? Why do I get hurt most of the time? And yeah, why am I like how I've explained in my application? Why do I always get stuck into that? And I realized that I'm somebody who just, I don't know if flaunting is the right way, but I have this smile and yeah, I'm really doing good and we are on the same pace. Actually, I am not. And which was a reflection of me running away from what's going inside me, who am I inside me. So I started painting with background. I was like, I want to imagine something like a sunset from home, which is one of the best and beautiful scenes I always see on top of the rocks in the sun going down. It has this amazing blood orange color. And when I was mixing the paints and doing that, I just find myself going into the process of meeting my weaknesses and be comfortable with them. Nobody told me that it's wrong what I'm doing. Nobody said that it's wrong not to speak up. Nobody said that you don't have to do that. But I am the one who struggled with it and I've never projected it out loudly. So yeah, I found myself getting this warm and going in there and really embracing them and learning my weaknesses again and becoming aware of that. And which has really encouraged me to be firm in what I say and yeah, to be really confident in confronting those feelings when they're happening, because I love them at all. I love them more than I used to reject them, to throwing them away, but now I took them, I sit with them, and I know what do they keep me away from. And yeah, I had a little conversation with myself with them, and I know how to speak with friends and to really open up. And I started opening up more very recently. I mean, even on this kind of sex and relationship week, it was super intense, but because I was in the process, I even said things I regret that I would never say that. Even to my lovely brother who is so close to me, I would never do that. So, yeah, it was a process. I don't really know where I'm going and where I'm coming from right now. So I just invite you to be there with me. And and the other thing which I have encountered during this, because I was doing it by myself, or when Kalan was in there, and then we can have a little conversation here and there, but it was mainly of having a conversation within myself, which I've never done really, and which have kind of lightened the YIP experience to be much lighter and be acceptable for me. I mean by meaning that I say like this weakness I was having, it is only a small part of what I was going through here. I was going through a lot of depression because of the weather, because of the food, because of I'm very far away from home, and yeah, there was just so much intense things which were going on. I'm involved with the YIP Deficit Fund fundraising for that, and I need to catch up more and yeah, be here. And I was in the space of not being comfortable at all, and that to share it out and be held by others in the group, it was really difficult. So yeah, even though I didn't take on so many tasks in writing reports and doing things like that, through this conversation I was having and really asking myself questions and accessing the points where I've never really gone mainly. It really felt so right and so good, and somewhere it really felt like that was the reason why I came here at YIP. Not to learn on other ways of how we can change the world or all those kind of processes we have in lectures, but I felt like it was more of meeting an individual again, not at a good space of wearing the pride of I'm really good in hosting, I'm really good in doing this and this and this. No, but to really meet myself in the space of being vulnerable and learning how to hold and to contain that. And yeah, just to say that I am already on another step with that. I'm not still like how it has been before. And I'm not saying that I'm fully changed or I broke my patterns, but I am in the middle of accepting and surrendering and moving on. And yeah. I feel like I can keep on saying so many things and not being able to connect them, but now I can ask you if you just return for questions to be part of my conversation, and you can ask me from your own interest and I can work with you then.
You said you began to learn how to accept your vulnerabilities. Can I ask how does it feel to do that? What does it feel for you when you're in that space? If I can ask that.
It's not easy. I mean, it is not something I can be excited of. Or it is really painful because it works on both sides. At the same time, it feels okay, it feels right, and it really feels like that is the right thing to do. Just not to neglect the imperfect sides of you, to love them, to embrace them, but at the same time they keep me from asking for the help I need. They keep me from asking for the support I need outside. And it creates this mindset in me of saying everything is okay, yet it is not. And that kind of support I'm supposed to have from the group or from the individuals, then it is limited anyway. But yeah, it is something which has a dance in my life. Like sometimes it really, I feel good about it. I mean, I really feel like there's this kind of privacy I have to give myself, and I feel comfortable with containing some of my pain and deal with it. But at the same time, there's some way it feels to an extent of, no, it needs to come out. I need to speak it out and be supported. And doing that is also not an easy process for me. Yeah. So that's how it is like, in a way. Yeah, it is more like this simple admittance of, yeah, admitting that it is really good to have weaknesses. It's not a bad thing, you know, like, I don't have to be like a little background I have, being at school, being a Christian teacher, having this caring family and stuff like that. This amazing, innocent idea, always being right, always being okay, you know, and that's not how it is, you know, like, yeah, I don't have to feel bad for being bad, you know. So.
Super cool. I would have a lot to say, so I have to do some. When you read your application, you explored your strengths, and you also said that you would kind of explore these weaknesses in this year. And like through conversations with you and also now, I really see that you really dived into that a lot and questioning yourself. But I also want to know how much is the balance that you actually see the picture, in which situation you put yourself, like coming from Zimbabwe and acknowledging that in this space here in Europe, and then also, and also the contributions, the huge contributions that you give to this here, to this year. Yeah?
This may sound really crazy. There is one side I feel like I don't really tap into, which is like the good side of me. And for me, it is really difficult for me to accept that I'm contributing. Coming to what I said because of the picture, I feel like it's not enough. In a way, the simpler way I can say is that it feels natural to me, like to contribute in that way. I mean, that is the normal me, so I don't see it in a very super amazing way that I'm doing something really big, because right now I'm also having these bigger dreams of how I still want to contribute, and I don't see the way I'm already contributing. And yeah, and if somebody comes and give me a compliment of, oh, you did this, and it's so difficult to accept it. Like, it is so difficult to say, yes, I've done this, I've contributed this way. I feel when I say yes to that, I'm wearing this kind of pride I don't want to wear. And I feel like, yeah, I can do better than that. And you know, like, maybe it was not enough, because I feel like that's the normal part of me. So I feel like I can always do better, and something which is really perfect. So yeah, it is really difficult to see that side. You know, so yeah, I always end up getting stuck to see on these little ways or these weaknesses I have to focus on and strengthen more and That's where I mainly invest most of my time, and sometimes really getting stuck there for a long time, and sometimes not even being able to get out of there for good.
Have you realized that about yourself in a way what you just said, so you realized it a little bit, but do you see value in putting more value in practicing to love yourself and not only see the weaknesses, see your strengths and like just putting energy there, like I'm good. Like is that something you want to further develop?
Yeah, of course, but I don't know if I can only love the good part of me. And, like, it is so funny that I carried this question when I was in Belgium in internship. We were playing the florium, and it was this question of how can I really love myself in this time, to feel that I'm giving myself enough love. And I embrace the good side of me. I feel comfortable and I love it. But that thing is that I just don't want to love that side also. It is easy to go with. And I want to carry my little dirty laundry with me. I don't want to leave it behind. And yeah, but that is a process which I've kind of mainly carried with me throughout the year. If I was in this whole year, the good side of me, the good side of Ivan, the one I love, it would have been so different. I don't think you would have ever get to know me the way you do now if you really know me now. And I would have been in this fluffy position, in this super good world, and yeah, I can give you a lot of love and show you a lot of love and do super amazing good things for you. I can make you happy and make you get excited and just to fit in. But somehow, I chose to be a little misfit inside me. And yeah, not consciously to make the process difficult, but
You wouldn't have made us more happy, I think.
I mean, no, I say that is the feeling I had. Like, if I would have come with that kind of seeing the good part of me, not accepting the other side, then it would have been too superficial, and I wouldn't feel like me. I feel like something else, not even a human being in a way.
I'm really interested what you learned out of this book that talks about in the bottom sharing.
Okay, so to give you the background, others who don't know, the book is called In Diamond Children, which was written by Fredo Mutwa, one of the last shamans in the Southern African people. And it has two parts, and the other part I have is only the folk tales, like the stories being told, not in the deeper philosophy part, but in the story part. And I don't read that book as I'm reading a novel or I'm studying it. I always read bits and pieces. This chapter today and these 2 lines tomorrow. And yeah, like I said, it really feels like my own Bible in a way. And it really gives me these amazing moral values I feel like I've been using. And like what we were talking yesterday about Ubuntu and Uno, like it really gives me the picture again of knowing who I am, my identity, to embrace it, not to feel ashamed of it, of living in the old world. And yeah, and just to see you as human beings, not as people who come from where or who are like this, but it contains this kind of morals which are in each and every race and religions and traditions. And just to say, it isn't that